First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. First carry now for David Montgomery.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Looking to throw. This one into the hands of Burton. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gaining the play. Brings up second and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run. Rush in, rush it. Let's watch. Right. Check out, check out. Check your hot read.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Winston and the Bucs take over now, first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
After the run by Jones, here's first and 10. From the gun, Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop the throw. And he completes it to Cohen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On third down, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And he spins past him and into space. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
The 21-yard line.
Ready? Black 22. I'm coming. Hey, come on. Sunday.
On 2nd and 1, Winston going up top for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Tampa Bay.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. It's complete. It's Miller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Winston now. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Go.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
At their own 32-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They're going to look to throw. That is caught by Cohen. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Finding Gabriel complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here we go. It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
45. Mike, 45.
They'll look to throw here. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Undercrush.
They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And got his man complete. 33 yards that time. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Come get some. He don't want it. He's coming. Wait. He's coming. Double up. Check 45. Check 45 to Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Winston, he finds his target. It's Evans. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jameis now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
45. Mike, 45. Target. Tommy. Check.
Jameis to throw it. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Wait. 4.
Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
I'm coming after you. Here we go, even. Check three. Let me go.
Jameis again. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 8. Able to find Shaheen here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Son, 6 yards. I know he ain't got it. Double tight. Shut up.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
45. Mike, 45.
You must be dreaming. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he finds Howard complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Winston now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Flip it. All right. He's crossing. He's checking crack. Switch.
This is Jones. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Being chased out left. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41.
5 on the 50. 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 5 on the 50.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He completes it to Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Jameis now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Winston. Going for it all. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
58, come on. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. And 58 is a much.
Throwing, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
Ready, black 22.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Green, triple team.
They'll go again to Jones. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Yeah, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Check safety, check safety. Check 99, check 99.
Winston sneaking it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Winston to throw it this time. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert.
Kill.
Green, triple team.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And no run back here. This will be a... Touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. He's got Burton here. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This quarterback now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And this is Gabriel on the catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready? White 25. Flip it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Now Winston, he's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He'll look to throw, and he completes it to Cohen. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He'll look to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And some room to roam now. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On second down now, it's Logan. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long for Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check Mike.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is caught by Cohen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. 2nd and 1. Stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
Again, it's Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Now a first down carry by Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you